Hello, Justin. My name is Ellie, and I'm going to be your invigilator for today's exam. Your exam is English. You have an English exam. You are not allowed to have access to any written materials. The only thing that you're allowed to have is a clean sheet of paper and a pencil. So I'm just checking you out on the computer here. Yes, I see that the picture matches with the picture that we have on record. Can you please show me put your ID up to the screen? Okay, excellent, very good. Okay, I'd like you to take the camera right now, and I'd like you to pan it around the room 365 degrees. I'd like to see the full, all the walls of the room. Okay, start turning. Okay, lower it down a little bit lower, a little lower. Good, a little lower, excellent. Keep going around until you get back to where you started. Very good. Now I'd like you to take your laptop and move it about 5 feet ahead of you on the desk, right? Or a couple of feet ahead of you on the desk. Okay, excellent. Good. And tilt it towards you. All right. I'm going to now email you. All right. I'm going to send you an email right now with the actual exam. All right. I'm just going into my email right now. I have your email. I'm hitting send. And there we go. Could you check if it's in your inbox? Okay?
Yes, I received it.
Okay. Can you now, you now have 5 minutes to print the actual exam and bring a copy of that exam right here to your desk. For this exam, you're not supposed to have a notebook. I only want you to have blank sheets of paper or lined paper. Please take out 3 or 4 lined sheets of paper that you're going to use for the exam and get rid of the notebook. Excellent. I want nothing on the desk besides the notebook and the exam. Okay. Here's your exam and your notebook. Now, once you start the exam, you will write on the blank sheets of paper. When you're finished writing a sheet of paper, just put it in front of you. You can go back to the sheets that you've written, but I want to be able to have a full view of every sheet, exactly like that, and it has to remain there. I'd like you to number each sheet as you go. So you write number 1, number 2, number 3, with your name and student ID on each sheet. Once the exam is finished, what you will do is you will take a picture of each sheet with the software that we have, with the software that we indicated, and you will email it back to this, to the email address that that I sent the exam with to you.
Okay.
Do you have any questions?
No.
Now, it is essential that you keep your mic on the whole time during the exam. I will be listening to make sure that there's no conversation or dialogue with anyone during the exam. And I, from time to time, may just ask you a question or ask you to move a piece sheet of paper to see that you're in fact have the mic and speaker on.
Okay.
Okay. I will give you a warning 15 minutes before the exam is over. Right? This exam is lasting exactly 1 hour, so it should be pretty straightforward. Do you have any questions?
No.
All right. Start the exam. Hello, Justin. My name is Ellie. I'm going to be invigilating your exam today. As part of the invigilation process, what I need to do is to make sure that you do not have any materials that are unauthorized for the exam. For this exam, the only materials that you are allowed to have are a sheet of paper and your pencil and a calculator. So the first thing I'd like you to do is to take your camera. I assume you're using your phone in this case, and I'd like you to pan around the room 360 degrees. I'd like to see a full view of all of the walls to make sure nothing is written on the walls. That's right, to a full 360 degrees. Good, good, excellent. Now, I'd like you to step back so I get a full, complete view of the table. I want to see that there's nothing on the table. Now, I'd like you to take your phone, put it on the table, a couple of feet ahead, a couple of feet in front of you, right? Just like that. That's excellent. Perfect. All right. Is it possible to get a sideways view rather than, so I can get a wider view? Would be more interesting for me. Okay, that'd be perfect. So now, Justin, I'm going to email you the exam, and as soon as you get the exam, I'd like you to come right back. So you have I'm going to give you about 5 minutes to print the exam and just come back to the table and start writing it. I do want to remind you that this exam session is being recorded, so that we can, we're recording it to make sure that for the integrity of this examination. When you are writing the exam, I want you to write on a sheet of paper. When you are not using the sheet of paper, once you've completed the sheet of paper, I'd like you to move it in front of you so that the completed sheet of paper is still in my view. You can go back to it, you can access it if you like, but the sheet of paper needs to be in my view. And I'd like you to put a number on each sheet. So number 1, number 2, number 3, so that when we are when it's being corrected, it's easy to follow the order of the papers. You're going to use the software indicated to email it to the address that you received the exam from. Do you have any questions?
No.
All right, so I will email you the exam, and then you will begin I will email you the test, and you'll be able to begin the exam.